Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Marketing Mindset Mastery Podcast with your host, Marie Mason. Oh my gosh, do we have a fantastic show for you lined up, and you do not want to miss it. Our guest is going to be sharing great tips, ideas, and how to make your marketing and mindset work for you, and how to set your business up for success. So stick around for some action steps that you can apply now and some great gifts from our show. So before we bring up our guest, who is Marco Torres, we would love to give you some quick tips, or the quick top tips of the week. And I'm going to ask everybody, we've been talking about marketing plans, and there's so many different avenues in which you can do this, but we've given you a lot of strategies, we've given you a lot of tactics, but I want to know if you have a solid marketing plan. So we're going to give you some top tips on how to create a solid marketing plan. Not getting into too much detail, just giving you the highlights. First, you need to have a really clear, realistic goals, which can help you be more confident in reaching your goals, right? Then we need to be able to create the best strategy to achieve those goals against, and shine above your competition. Then you need to have sufficient details of the tactics and the actions that you need to achieve those goals, right? You need to be able to translate those into action steps. And then what you need to do is create a method in which you are to track your plans. So it could be a spreadsheet, it could be a software, whatever it is that works best for you. So those are actually four tips today. I normally just do three, but those four are really the best way to create a solid marketing plan. So the first one is you need to have realistic goals. You need to figure out your strategy. You also need to figure out the tactics and the actions you need to take. And then you need to have a method in which to check and track your progress, right? So, and that could be like an automated software even. So those are my quick tips for the week, and I am super, super excited to give you our guests soon. But just before we do, let me ask you this. Do you have any struggles that you're doing in your business? I mean, do you have any problems going on in your business, some holes that need filling? If you don't know what those holes are, then let's kind of go into a call and see if we can help give you a free business assessment and see what needs to be improved. I'll be happy to help you go over that. But welcome back to the Marketing Mastery Radio Show with your host, Marie Mason. Actually, it's a podcast. And our guest is Marco Torres, who is ready in the waiting room. And he is the owner of Marketing Boost to Travel Your Agency from Florida. And he has lots of ideas on how to fix the bad reviews. Today's topic is lead by value. So let's bring him to the stage. Welcome, Marco Torres. Come on down. Take it away. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, awesome. We were just talking about the top 3 tips. Well, actually, it's the top tips of the week, which is really talking about creating a solid marketing plan, and how you need to have clear realistic goals, creating a really good strategy for it, having a sufficient tactics and action steps, and then a method to track your plans. And one of the things we wanted to talk about on today's show is your topic, which is lead by giving value. So that's going to be another one that's going to be helpful for our audience today. So I wanted to first ask you, before we get into our topic, how did you start your company? How did your business begin?
Wow, that's a deep question. We go way back with that one. So
We only have about 50 minutes for the show, but if you want to go for a few minutes and go into that, I'm sure people wanted to know your journey in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great part of the story of how the main company that I focus on today came about. So I've been in the travel space since about 1993, and I've been an entrepreneur all my life since I was a kid. But by the time I was 23, I owned 5 restaurants and a nightclub. And throughout my career, I've helped generate probably over $1 billion in sales for either my own companies or I used to be in the corporate world as well, and helped several big companies make a lot of money on the marketing side. I've been in internet marketing since 1996, so I've been around before Google, Facebook. I've got a few white hairs to prove it, but
Join the club.
yeah, exactly.
So,
So what happened early on when we, after the 2008 crash, I was working in the corporate world at that time, and I had to lay off, 2,000 telemarketers and I got laid off or fired, and I had to reinvent myself as well. And so in 2009, 2010, we got together and leveraged some friendships with some guys I used to do business with, and we got together, formed a travel company. It started to take off like a rocket. We were really becoming one of the fastest growing travel companies in North America. And when you're growing really fast as an entrepreneur, as a startup, you're growing really fast, you're likely to end up, making a few mistakes and having a few negative reviews pop up, which happened to us. And we were like, holy smokes. And these negative reviews, Google would put them right up on top and negatively affecting our business. So we were, trying to find a way well, first we had to fix the problems, which we did, but those reviews never go away. So we needed to offset those with more positive reviews. And we came up with the strategy to build and request and solicit testimonials. And so that's how the business got started. What we did was we were asking our clients when they were at their peak of happiness, day after check-in at one of the beautiful resorts, we'd send them an email, text message, and survey them and saying, hey, give us a report card. How are we doing on a scale of 1 to 5? How's the hotel? How's the resort? If they gave us a 4 or 5, we were immediately sending them back a message with, would you please give us a video testimonial, give us a review of the hotel from the beach, the pool, the bar, the restaurant, whichever, whatever you like the best. Brag about the hotel, brag about our brand, and we'll reward you with a complimentary hotel stay. And we were funding those hotel stays out of our own pocket, but that gave us a bunch of video testimonials that we could leverage into more business and grow those positive reviews. If they gave us a negative, any kind of a 3 or 2, then we were jumping all over it. How can we fix it? How can we make sure that the client is satisfied? And that, by the way, is a tip I give to all business owners. You've got to do a survey with your clients after they've bought from you, follow up and request ask them how you're doing, give you a credit score. I mean, a score on your product or service. And if they're happy, solicit reviews, solicit testimonials, because you're going to need them in today's world. You need a bunch of testimonials to show social proof that you are what you say you are. So that's a good tip. So then that business, that took off so well. Before we knew it, we had, hundreds of video testimonials, then thousands. Now we have over 30,000 video testimonials from happy travelers. And we turned that into a business essentially by going back to all of our resort partnerships and hotel relationships and saying, look, we've got a problem. We've got a way to solve a problem that you have, which is you've got empty rooms. Every hotel out there has typically got about 70% of their rooms, rather, even in peak season, they're not full year round. They've got about 70% of the year, they've at least 30% of their rooms are unoccupied. So we convinced them if we could help them put warm bodies in those rooms, that would end up spending money by booking additional nights, spending money at the restaurants, the bars, room service, the casinos, the gift shops, all of the revenue opportunities the hotel or resort has. They would get some revenue versus no revenue. The client would get a complimentary hotel stay and only have to pay the government taxes, for example. And the business owner who joins Marketing Boost, which is what my company's all about, they win because they get access to these incredible incentives that they can use for fundraising, for a million different ideas, which we'll talk about here today. So that is how Marketing Boost came about. And what we are in a nutshell is a subscription service that gives business owners around the world the opportunity to stand out from the crowd, compete with the big boys, and offer powerful value-add incentives that can be added to your call to action, that can be added to your, buy this today and get this incentive. They can be used for fundraising. They can be used for lead generation. They can be used for testimonials. They can be used for a million ways, which we'll kind of go through as we talk today.
Perfect. No, I love it. I love how you just almost answer some of my questions in that one little thing. So that's awesome. But yeah, I love how you were able to fix the problem by just getting feedback. And that's something that I'm glad I did that early on in my business, was getting feedback and testimonials, whether written or video. I kind of wish I had more videos, to be honest, but there's ways to go about doing that too and fixing that problem. But long story short, though, it's important that you have the proof, like you said, and you can leverage that in so many cool ways. So I was going to ask you a couple of different questions. I'm trying to think of what you said so much in a nutshell, and I was listening intently, but I'm really like, I'm hoping I can process it quickly enough to answer these questions, ask these questions. So I guess the next one is, how did you leverage those
Video
testimonials?
testimonials.
Yeah. What's a tip that you can share for us about how to leverage testimonials so that it could bring in more business? Because I think that would be a good question for follow-up for this one.
Sure. Well, once you've got some video testimonials, then I would imagine you'd have a website or a web page or a sales funnel, which is referred to today as some sort of digital presence where you can display those video testimonials about your product or service. You can use them, we would leverage them by, on every hotel landing page that we were offering, we were selling travel, we would show the video testimonials of people at that same exact resort, bragging about that resort and so on. But I've done it for every other product I do as well. So, if I've got testimonials, I'm plugging it into my email marketing campaigns. I'm showing a link here. Look what other people say about us, or look what other people have said about me, and and show the links to video testimonials. But people are not going to read or watch all of your reviews or your testimonials, but the fact that you have them is simply going to give that social proof that people need to kind of feel, can they like you, trust you, and willing to open up their pocketbooks and do business with you. So you need the written reviews, but even written reviews, some can be skeptical about, because they know that you can pay people to write reviews, you can write some yourself, but video reviews are hard to fake. Unless they look, unless you're hiring professional actors or whatever. That's the key about video testimonials. They can see they're just real people talking about your product or service, and it gives you all that credibility that you need. So that's why I recommend it.
No, that's awesome. And I think that's a really good point. It's funny because one of my local business owners, that's a friend of mine, he was mentioning to me at one point about going on, he realized, I guess, someone did a quick review on his social media platforms and saying, and Googled him and everything, and they said, you had some negative reviews, you need to bounce it back with some positive ones. So he was asking everybody he knew that was a client of his that had a positive thing to say about his business, and asked him if they could go on there and help out by just mentioning something positive. And I guess that's another way of doing it, is going in and leveraging your current list of, basically the key thing is going in and leveraging your current clients, or even past clients, people that you worked
Absolutely.
with, because oh my gosh, that's a minefield right there, just being able to leverage past clients as well as current clients.
Sure, it's a gold mine, and you go back and you go back and you ask them. Essentially, again, it could start with a simple survey with every new client and all the past clients. You can go back and do a survey. You can use one of our incentives to encourage them to complete the survey. So you might throw an email campaign to past clients and say, hey, we're running a promotion right now. If you'll complete a survey for us about our products and services, we'll reward you with a $200 hotel savings card, which is one of the incentives that Marketing Boost offers, for example. So then you're emailing your entire past database, asking them to complete a survey, and then you're asking them, hey, on different questions. How do we do? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Overall, when you get to the end of your survey, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, or 1 to 5, how many stars would you give us? And if you get the 4 and 5-star review, you can set up automation to immediately send them a message and make it easy for them. Please give us a review. I need a review on trustpilot.com. I need one on the Better Business Bureau. I need positive reviews on sitejabber.com, third-party review sites. And that's another strong thing we recommend as well. You don't have to join all of these. You don't have to be a member of the Better Business Bureau or a member of SiteJabber or Trustpilot or Shopper Approved to be able to throttle reviews to those different third-party review sites and get those positive reviews going there, whether you're a paid member of their service or not. They're going to show up and Google's going to rank them because those are third-party review sites that are ranked by Google well. And so now when people search for your name, your business, or your company, they're going to see there's going to be reviews possibly if you're doing this well and consistently. You're going to get reviews on, obviously on Google. You're going to send them a link to the Google reviews, to SiteJabber, to link to Trustpilot, and then you throttle them. So for example, what I do with my clients is I'm sending, when I need some for the next week, I might be sending all the requests to go post a review on Trustpilot. The following week, I need reviews posted over here on the Better Business Bureau. That following week, we're sending all the reviews to SiteJabber. Or you can just do every other one, and you make it easy by you're sending them the links on where you'd like them to post a review. You could even post, have several in one email and reward them. By the way, if you'll post a positive review on all 3 of these third-party review sites, we'll reward you with, guess what? One of our, complimentary hotel stay in Las Vegas. We'll give you a 4-day, 3-night Las Vegas getaway. So these are just, we haven't even gotten into the subject you wanted to about fundraising, but these are just incredible ideas that have been proven very successful for me and many of my clients to throttle, to control their reputation online by always generating positive reviews. I mean, naturally, people will only write a review normally when they're not happy. So if you're not soliciting positive reviews, you're not going to get them most likely. You're only going to get people when you do drop the ball, when you are late on delivery, when you shipped the wrong thing, they're going to go complain about it because they're upset. When they're happy, they expected to be happy. So they don't go out of their way to tell anybody. So you've got to request, you've got to feel good about it. Many business owners actually feel kind of embarrassed to ask for reviews. They feel a little bit like, they're going to think I'm going out of business or something and they need reviews. No, you need to make that a part of the process and feel that, if they're happy, you want to ask for a review and you want to get, turn a client into an evangelist for you. The moment they start writing positive reviews for you, they internalize it and believe in your product or service even more. They become an evangelist for your brand.
No, I love it. Evangelist for the brand. I love the way you phrase that. So no, that's a good way. And it's true. They become your best promoter. Is another way of putting it. But I was going to actually ask you about how do you enhance your goods and services with fundraising, because you have a unique approach. So I want to kind of tap into that approach.
Sure. I call it leading by giving. And it was taught to me by one of my best clients of Marketing Boost. So, Marketing Boost today, we have over, for example, we have a Facebook group with almost 28,000 business owners in that Facebook group that are very engaged and help each other with, how to use incentives to grow their business, how to use incentives to boost sales, to generate leads, referrals, testimonials. But this member really has blown us away. His name is Javier Rodriguez out of California, and he's an insurance agent. And he taught us this, and since then I've been teaching many a member how to lead by giving. And so what Javier basically taught us, and he's got a huge team. He's made millions of dollars with this. Actually, he's got a huge team of insurance agents around the country that are under his umbrellas and what have you. And what they do is, for example, they will work with church groups. They'll work with police officers around the country or police precincts and what have you. They work with school boards and schools for all types of fundraising. And so, for example, they might go in and put on a sponsor well, first of all, they may sponsor local charities by simply, going to the charity and saying, hey, I know you've got a fundraising event coming up. I'd like to help and sponsor on behalf of my company and my brand. I'd like to provide 5 vacation incentives, 5 complimentary hotel stays, 2 in Las Vegas, 2 in Cancun, 2 in Hawaii, or something like that. And we can use these incentives. They don't call them incentives. We can use these complimentary hotel stays to raise funds for the event. These can be raffles that you're raising money with. They can be blind bidding auctions. And as they raise money for the event, he, as the speaker or the agent who's representing him, has a captive audience at the event. He can speak usually they let him speak for a few moments and speak, folks, by the way, this is my insurance company. This is what I do. I'm an expert in the following and financial advisor. We do this, we do that, we do the other. And by the way, these vacation, my company is sponsoring these free trips. Good luck on your bidding. I can't wait to see who wins the bids, and I will personally deliver the vacation certificates to you, if you are the lucky winner. And boom, so now they've helped the local fundraiser raise money. They are positioning themselves as the authority, as the expert, as the business owner who's successful enough to give away 5 or 6 vacations. And so everybody wins. The person who they donated money feels good about giving to the cause, and they're getting a complimentary hotel stay, and all they have to do is pay the government taxes and of course, it doesn't include airfare, it doesn't include food and beverage. They've got to find their own way to the destination. They've got to get their own food and beverage. And then, but they're paying the government taxes, but they got the complimentary hotel stay. So the fundraiser won, the client who received the certificate wins, the business owner who's a member of Marketing Boost, he pays a flat fee. It's only $37 a month, and he's able to give away an unlimited amount of these vacation certificates. So he wins because he gets to present himself as the expert, the authority, and he's literally helping raise money for funds. So a lot of people, they do this in different ways. They raise money for churches that need they'll go into the church and talk to the pastor and say, what do you need to raise? I'm sure you need to raise some funds for something or another. And they're like, yeah, we need new carpeting. So, well, how much is that going to cost? Well, we need 10 grand. Okay, well, how big is your congregation? We've got several hundred people. Well, wonderful. If you can invite us we'll do a barbecue. So maybe they'll actually step out of their pocket as the business and put on a barbecue for the church. And they'll say, we'll put a barbecue together on our dime after your next, following Sunday congregation. So we'll put it on as a fundraising for the, barbecue. They pay for the hot dogs and the burgers and what have you, and the sodas and the pop, maybe a bag of chips or what have you, and create a little package for maybe $10 a meal. And the day of the Sunday event, they've got everybody, they'll ask the church to provide somebody to cook and somebody to bring the barbecue grill, and they're paying for the burgers and the hamburgers. So it's an investment, but they've got this whole church now, almost like captive audience, to talk to them prior to, at the end of the congregation, to tell them what this event is all about. It's here's my company, the authority. They're branding themselves. They're branding themselves as, look, we are the experts in real estate. We're going to be putting on a real estate coaching event. Why buy versus rent, and this is what I do. I'm an expert at that. But my company wanted to sponsor your fundraising and help bless this church. We know you need a new carpeting here, so we're going to see how much, if we can raise close to the $10,000 that we need for this carpet. So if each of you would donate for all of you that donate $100 to this fundraising event today, you will 100% of that money is going to the church to bless the church so we can get these carpets replaced. And each of you that donate are going to get a complimentary hotel stay, 4 days and 3 nights in your choice of Orlando, Myrtle Beach, or San Diego. And so you'll be blessed with a complimentary hotel stay. The church will be blessed with the money we need to replace the carpets. And then afterwards, we're going to go out and do the barbecue out back, and we'll give everybody an opportunity to talk to us about your real estate needs. Is that fair, folks? How many of you want to help the church today get new carpets? And boom, they end up getting like practically 100% participation of people putting up the money to donate, because they're getting something, what's in it. Everybody, even at church, has a little bit of a what's in it for me. So they're donating, but they're going to get back a complimentary hotel stay. And the church wins, they get an immediate influx of cash to pay for the, the carpets they needed, for example. Then they go outside, they do the barbecue, and they've got an opportunity to handshake, meet everybody in the congregation, get the leads, get, everybody who donated for their contact information. And then they're hand delivering those certificates to all of those people that donated and sitting down and talking to them about their real estate needs or their insurance needs or their, or whatever. And it's just, they've got this way, these companies that are doing this got more leads than they know what to do with. By leading, by giving. They know, okay, some places they go may not turn out to be very good leads, then some of them may not convert, but if they're doing it often enough, they're branding themselves first as a philanthropist, and their company as a philanthropist. They're branding themselves positively. They're setting themselves up as the authority that can afford to provide the barbecue, to provide the complimentary hotel stays and what have you. And they have people lining up to do business with them.
Wow, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully they got that. But basically, so to summarize it, you actually, for a flat rate of, let's say, a $37 membership, you could go in and talk to like a church or some other person that's trying to do a fundraising event, and then sponsor a cookout, for example, of a barbecue, like you said, and then provide them with certain meals, and they provide the location, and they provide the church, in this case, will provide the person to cook it, the people to serve the community, and also provide the location. But you just come in and pay for the food and help them by supplying them with maybe 4 or 5 different complimentary trips that they would
That
put
people can bid
hundreds
on
of
as well, or they can be bid on as an auction, or they can be,
right.
or they can be given to everybody who donates a minimum amount, so that you can raise even more that way. Because you can say everybody who donates a minimum of $50 today is going to get one of these complimentary vacation certificates. And they'll disclose, you're going to be responsible for your own airfare, your own hotel, your own airfare, your own food and beverage, and you're going to have to pay the government taxes, which is $20, $30 a night, depending upon the destination or what have you. And you're going to get a free complimentary hotel stay, and you're going to have 18 months to use it. So you don't need to know what dates you want to travel today. So this is kind of what these marketing boosted incentives are all about there. We help solve that problem for hotel stays and put people in those rooms that would have otherwise gone empty. So we offer about 32 weeks out of every 52 weeks out of the year, or the available dates that are available in the platform. We made it easy. There's no hoops to jump through, no timeshare presentations, the incentives are super easy to use. When you receive one, you just activate it, and you log into an online platform where you plug in the dates that you want to go. You see the hotels that are available for those dates, and then book it, get an instant confirmation, instant gratification, and you're on your way. So that's how that works. And because of that, these members can feel very good about supporting these nonprofits, supporting any kind of fundraising event, whether it be a high school football team trying to raise money for football gear. You could go in as, hey, let me help you guys sponsor this fundraising. We'll put on, I'll provide these complimentary hotel stays on behalf of my company. We'll sponsor and give those away. And we can auction them off, or we can give one to everybody who donates a minimum of X amount. And now you're helping raise funds for the event. You're the hero in the community. You helped raise money for the event. You're branding yourselves as the authority, the expert, and you're getting leads from the event. You may be there put your card in find ways to capture everybody's information, not only those who donated, but everybody who's there in general.
Perfect. You mentioned earlier, I think, a little bit about some loyalty rewards and stuff. So I wanted to ask, and maybe that wasn't our conversation prior, but I wanted just to highlight that. So let's talk about how does your loyalty rewards program actually work? Can you kind of walk us through that?
Sure. Well, first, let me back up and tell you that there's 3 types of incentives that Marketing Boost offers. One are the complimentary hotel stays at over 125 destinations all over the world, sexy spots like 7 nights in Phuket, Thailand, 4 nights in Bali, 4 nights in Sydney, Australia, and a whole bunch of other destinations in Australia, Europe, Amsterdam, Paris, in the US, Orlando, Gatlinburg, Branson, Missouri, Myrtle Beach, San Diego, Las Vegas, you name it, 30 destinations in the US. So we have the complimentary hotel stays, one. Two, we've got hotel savings cards that come in increments of $100 in cash credits, $200, $300, or $500. They work like a gift card, but they don't pay for the entire hotel stay. They knock off the cash credits, reduce the price compared to retail from about 10 to 50% off, depending upon the hotel, time of the year, et cetera. And you use your cash credits towards that discount. And then we have restaurant savings vouchers that are provided by the entertainment group. This is the company that used to sell those huge coupon books that our kids would have to go door to door. They'd have to go door to door and sell those fundraising books. Well, we have the digital version of that today, and it's a downloadable phone app. So you download the app, you plug in your zip code, and you can see all the participating restaurants and businesses that are providing, buy one, get one, or 25% off the whole meal, or 10% off of beverage, whatever the offers are. Over 100,000 offers throughout the USA and Canada. And so with those three incentives, here's how you might turn that into loyalty programs. Let's suppose you're a business coach, and you intend to help sign people up and teach them how to, scale and grow. And you're going to give them all these coaching tips, and you want them to hire you for, a minimum of 6 months, for example, so they can see the results and the rewards. Or maybe you're a Google, SEO company, and it takes time to actually do all of the SEO work, the search engine optimization, for the client to actually see the results over time. So you don't want them to hire you for a month and drop. So you might say, so when you hire me for SEO this week, we're running a promotion. If you hire us to do your SEO and you provide me with a minimum of 120 days, 4 months to show you results, we're going to reward you with a 4-day, 3-night stay in Las Vegas on us, on our dime. And by the way, if you stick with us for 6 months, instead of I'll trade out your Las Vegas, and I'll give you 6 days and 5 nights in your choice of Hawaii or Cancun, Mexico. And now you're giving them that loyalty. You're creating that loyalty because you want them to stick. They need to be with you for 6 months to earn the complimentary hotel stay in Cancun, which, by the way, right now in Cancun, it's phenomenal. The resorts that we have on board. We've got 3, actually like 4 amazing resorts. The Fives is a AAA 4-diamond hotel on the beach in Cancun, 15 restaurants and bars. And then there's the Fives downtown in Playa del Carmen. The Fives in Puerto Morales is one of the resorts available, and the Crystal Resort in Cancun and the main hotel zone. So 4 amazing properties right on the ocean, right in the main hotel zones in Cancun, that your client you could be giving away these amazing properties. But back to where I was with loyalty. So you can, that's an example, let's say with the SEO guy. Let's say you're a gym membership. You're a gym, you sell gym club memberships. You might be coming up with, hey, if you get through our quick start program and you follow our training process for the first 90 days, you lose the 20 pounds that we have, as the goal. If you hit that goal, you lose the 20 pounds. You do everything we ask you to do for the first 90 days here. We're going to reward you with your new fit body to go get a suntan in Cancun, Mexico for 6 days and 5 nights if you hit your goal. If you're a multi-level marketer, you're network marketing guy, you might be doing, using these incentives for the quick start program. If you sign up 3 people under you and they sign up 1 each, bam, you're going to be rewarded with, boom, one of these travel incentives. You can, I have a member, for example, I had a member today, and he made over $400,000 in 1 week. And here's how he did it. He had members who paid him $97 a month for his service, which is tips on when to buy, when to sell stocks, cryptocurrencies, everything, all kinds of, analytics that he has with his team that provide amazing tips on when to buy, when to sell, and be ahead of the curve. And he had hundreds of, several hundred members that he had signed up paying him $97 a month. Well, he came out with a promotion from Marketing Boost to tell his members, if you'll pay us for 6 months in advance, pay us 6 months in advance, and you'll get 3 nights in Las Vegas. If you pay us for 12 months in advance, we'll reward you with 6 days and 5 nights in Hawaii or Cancun. And he had over 400 of them. Like I think it was 100 of them upgraded from 6 month to 6 month plan, and about 300 upgraded to the annual membership, which means they paid him over $1,000 each. So 300 gave him over $1,000 at one time. That was 300 grand. And the other one was another 100 grand from the 6 months memberships. So $400,000 in about 4 days. And now that's part of this process. He gets people to join on the monthly plan after they're using his service for a while and they see the value in it. He hits them to upgrade for the 6 month or the annual plan. And that becomes super loyalty. And then it can even become a reward on their anniversary. You could say, and we'll reward you with this every year when you sign up for another year. So the following year, they pay for another 12 months, boom, they get another trip, because you can give your clients one of these complimentary hotel stays every 12 months. So as an example of how this can be used, several examples I just gave you, and how you can use them for loyalty or for quick, for actions such as a multi-level marketer, et cetera.
So basically, you're just trying to help your clients by giving them a reward process for loyalty, and building the loyalty is what it sounds like. Building that consistency in having a steady client. So, and you're using it by having the rewards, correct? Is that what I'm saying?
Exactly. And anybody can be as creative as they want, but what we do is make it easy for the small entrepreneur, the solopreneur, or the big business to stand out from the crowd and compete by having these high perceived value travel incentives that can be plugged in. For example, you could create a points system. If you're a retailer, an online retailer, you might be saying, look, if you buy, more than $100 a month from us, for every $100 you spend, for example, you're going to earn X amount of points. And when you reach 1,000 points, you're going to get, 3 nights in Las Vegas. When you reach 5,000 points, you're going to get 6 days and 5 nights in, in Cancun, for example, or 7 nights in Phuket, Thailand. And now they're like, you're using again that loyalty or that point system or rewards program, however you might want to call it. So those are examples of how to use it. There's just so many ways to be creative. I mean, we have thousands of business owners that use the Marketing Boost incentives around the world in different countries. We used to charge $197 a month for our service. And when we recently decided to go global about 6 months ago, we decided to go back to our original price when we launched in 2017 and offer this as a no-brainer price that any small entrepreneur anywhere in the world could afford our service, whether they were in India, the Philippines, Singapore, UK, Asia, Europe, Australia, the US. $37 a month is really a no-brainer price, making it affordable to be able to have access to these incentives that you can really use. So this way, even if you're only using them occasionally to reward certain clients, to give you another idea, customer service. We talked about doing surveys to find out from people how they're doing. Let's suppose somebody gave you a 1 or 2. You found they're really upset about something that your company, you had no idea they were upset. So now they're upset about this. You realize you or your team members dropped the ball. And so one of the things that you can use one of our incentives for is to help bring down the anger level. In other words, contact them and go, look, I'm so sorry we shipped you the wrong product, or I'm so sorry that darn thing broke right after you set it up, whatever it might be. Here's what we're going to do for you. I'm going to reward you with this, this $500 hotel savings card. Plus, I'm going to ship out the right product. Plus, I'm going to fix the issue. Please understand, we made a mistake, but we want to do right by you and fix it. And so now you fix the problem and you reward them with some sort of incentive as an apology. And now you turned an upset customer from, instead of writing a negative review, you allowed him to give you the feedback. Now you fix the problem, you reward them, you give them an incentive to help solve the problem. And you turned a client from being upset into an evangelist. So I can keep going with ideas on how to use.
Oh, I'm totally with you. I'm one of those people that I swear I'm the brainstorm queen, because I'm constantly coming up with ideas of how to take care of things and make things better, and get things to I don't know, get things to come across to my audience. I don't know. I totally relate to that. So no, I think it's great that you provide you go above and beyond, and instead of just normal feedback, you give them a reward for taking the survey. So no, that's a brilliant plan. Part of your process, right? For helping, for creating that good customer experience, right?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Taking a survey. Sorry, I'm just taking a notes to myself. For good feedback. Okay, now I was actually just talking to somebody else about something very similar. So I think this is a very common trend, but at the same time, it's kind of uncommon because everybody has a different approach and everybody has a different process. So just highlighting that. So that's amazing information. We're actually getting close to the end of our call today on our podcast. So it's really hard to believe how quickly time flies. But before we go, I want to add this one tip to our audience. What is the action step that you want them to, not something that it's not your offer, but what is it that you want them to take away from this? What is it, something that they can apply either during the show or after the show? What is the one step that you want them to take away with that they can go and apply to their business right now? What is one quick tip they can do to improve something and that they're doing?
Question for me?
Yeah.
Well, I would say you want to find a way to automate as much as possible. So in today's world, if you're an entrepreneur with us, or you're a wannabe entrepreneur, you're looking into it, there's never been a better time. The internet today, there's so much tools and technology and automation and CRMs or customer relations management platforms that are available. We provide one as well with the Marketing Boost platform. It's an upsell product. We call it Automation Booster, but it's something that whether you use us or not, you want to start finding ways to automate so you can communicate with your clients via email, via text message, via voicemail broadcasting. You want to be able to have that organized all in one place if possible, so that you're not logging into email over here with constant contact. You're logging in over here with text messaging from simple texting. You need a place where it all communicates together. And we're not the only ones to provide that, but that'd be one step I'd recommend, is to automate your business. Two, with Marketing Boost incentives, we're not the magic bullet that solves all your problems. We're not going to take you from zero to hero overnight necessarily. However, we might, but if you've got a real product, if you've got a real service, and people are already using your product and service, then the incentives that we provide and the training we provide for it can help launch you forward and help you grow faster and scale faster with incentives versus discounting. Because the biggest thing that I try to teach my people to do is stop discounting. When you discount, you offer a 10% discount, for example. If you don't know your numbers, you may need to double your sales to end up in the same spot you were before with something as little as a 10% discount. So you want to avoid discounting. Try to find ways to add value to your offers, whether it be Marketing Boost incentives or your own products. For example, if you, instead of offering a discount, offer, if you're a coach, offer 3 extra months of coaching. If you're selling a gym membership, offer 3 extra months of, buy 12 months, get 3 months free. Add more value to the offer before discounting. Rather than taking in less money, offer more value. If you sell, information, include your ebook you wrote last year. So if you buy this program right now, you get you get my free book that this XYZ book included free with the bonus offer today. So you create your own value stack of bonus offers that you can get your, hands on from colleagues or from other business, maybe work together with other business owners and share each other's content for stuff like that. There's really a lot of ways. You've got to be creative and you got to grow, to not take up too much of your time here, but here's a big tip. If your net worth is not growing as fast as you'd like it to be, change your network. Grant Cardone said that. I love that line. You've got to grow your network. Your network is going to leverage into what is your net worth. And so with the contacts that you have, the friends you have, you need to learn to leverage that. And who knows what you can build from having, more and more quality contacts and friends and people you do business with and share leads with, or all kinds of things can come about.
No, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. That's spot on. And I am super thrilled to have you on today's show. I cannot believe we're winding down the show already. It just seems like we just started a few minutes ago. But if anyone had not gotten that, it is really, really important that you guys build your net worth. I've heard that so many times in building this business. And really, and I love how you also said, instead of discounting your services, add more value and give them more rather than less, because that's going to give people more of a chance to want to work with you. And especially if you're giving them like Cancun trips or any other kinds of trips. And I'm not saying that's like the only thing that you need to do, but because that may not be what you got to make sure what you're giving away aligns with your business values. Wouldn't you agree? And make sure that, they align with your business goals. But Marco gave a great tips on how to grow it with using vacation giveaways. And I've seen it done before in other companies, so I know it exists out there. So definitely get together with Marco and his company and see if he can help you set your business up for success on your next fundraising event. You never know that you could probably raise your money, like you said, in 24 or 48 hours in just one event. And it could be 2 or 3 events, right? You can sponsor more than one event, right? Marco, you can help them with more than one event.
Absolutely.
Correct?
You could use them. You can be doing events all the time. And that's the power of this, is you can be sponsoring different local charities. There's really no end in sight on how they can be used to build your personal brand by participating in philanthropy. And when you do that, you're also surrounding yourself with who typically are people willing to give and support nonprofits. People with enough money that can afford to support others versus they can afford to be philanthropists. So if you get yourself into that circle, you're building your network, which is what I referred to a little while ago. So by being the one that provides the complimentary hotel stays, before you know it, people will be reaching out to you, because the marketing boost is your little secret. Are your clients or your recipients of the complimentary hotel stay, they'll never find out about marketing boost unless you want them to. This is the business owner secret. This is the secret of many a mastermind marketer that are using the marketing boost incentives whether it be for lead generation ideas, generating referrals, building their Facebook groups virally, so many different things. But anyway, you can use
Great
it
information.
in ways.
No, great information. Thank you. And you're right. The quote I think you said was, if you build your network and then you build your net worth. I think I'm probably tried to say it and got tongue tied. Ever have that tongue twister going on? I guess it is Monday when we're doing this recording. So I guess the beginning of the week and the end of the week, our tongues just don't want to cooperate. So today's mine. So anyway, but thank you so much, Marco Torres, for sharing some valuable tips and to help our audience grow their sales and their business on the Marketing Mindset Mastery podcast. And your topic today was lead by giving value first. And it's really important that you find out what people need too. I mean, really kind of make sure you give them the value that they need for growing their business. So I really want to encourage you to take advantage of his offer. Have we even shared the offer yet?
No, we haven't. Can I share that?
Oh, yeah. Before we go
Yeah.
close the show, let's share the offer. Go
So
for it.
as a plug for all of you listeners out there, if you go to marketingboost.com/podcast, marketingboost.com/podcast, you can get 30 days of Marketing Boost for only $1. And first thing you could do is give yourself that Cancun trip I was talking about with 5 nights at 4-star, at a three diamond 4-star hotel resort on the beach. So that's again, marketingboost.com/podcast, and get Marketing Boost for only $1. Otherwise, you get a free trial, 7-day free trial, and then it's $37 a month. So either way.
Perfect. No, I love it. And it's just, but when you go and do that, that free offer, make sure that you have a clarity of what it is you're going to do, like your marketing plan and how you want to include it, because that's going to make it work more effectively. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
In fact, you might want to give Marco a call and see if he can help you with that. I don't know. That's something we can always throw in there. So anyway, I just thought I'd give that offer as well, if that's okay with you. But
Absolutely.
oh my gosh. And I mean, just to give them a chance to brainstorm how they can best utilize that gift would be a good one for you to discuss with them. But oh my gosh, definitely grab your chance to do this membership. It is so worth the $1. It is marketingboost.com/podcast for getting $1 for a 7-day free trial. And then if you like it, you can always continue for $37 a month. And apparently my voice has decided to take a vacation during this call. So anyway, you gotta love it. We're having unseasonably weird weather lately, so in Virginia, so just bear with me for today. But oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. We would definitely encourage everyone to check that out. And also, don't forget to check out the Marketing Mindset Mastery shop. During the 2021 and 2022 school year, we are actually offering school backpacks for $45. And for a lucky teacher in the US, we're giving away a $5 gift card for every person who purchases a $45 backpack. And you can tell us by going to libertyvirtualsolutions.com where you want to send that lucky gift card to, because we would like to know the teacher's name, their contact information, so we can tell them, and if you want to send us a gift, let us know. So there is Teacher Appreciation Week coming up this spring. So this is a great idea to give back to your teachers. They are always looking for money to put towards their classrooms for all the supplies that they need. And we would love to be able to bless a lucky teacher. So please let us know. And it is now currently open. So please feel free to share that information with everybody as well. We are currently open. Our shop is currently shipping only in the US and Canada. So we will be opening it to worldwide in the near future. So in the meantime, go to libertyvirtualsolutions.com/shop and check out our backpacks and help us donate some gift cards to our lucky teacher in the US. So in the meantime, join us for our next episode for great tips, ideas, and how to make your marketing and mindset work for you and learn how to set up your business for success. We stream on our YouTube channel every Thursday around 11 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification button. Till next time, I'm your host, Marie Mason, and with our guest, Marco Torres, saying goodbye from the Marketing Mindset Podcast. And that ends this week's show. You all have a great week.